I heard the church bells ringing from a mile or two away. I knew somewhere inside them you were starting a new day. I didn't come to watch it, didn't think I had the right, but I said a quiet prayer for you beneath the fading light. I hope he opens doors for you the way I used to try. I hope he notices the sadness hiding in your eyes. I hope he holds you closer when the thunder starts to roll. I hope he learns to love you with his whole and honest soul. I saw your photograph once in the paper, in the news, standing there in white lace, looking like you couldn't lose. I smiled a bit through tears there, happy that you'd found your way, even though a part of me still wishes I'd have stayed. I hope he's good to you, I hope he treats you right, I hope he holds your hand through every single fight. I hope he sees the beauty that I always used to see. I hope he's good to you, even though you're not with me. I think about the mornings that we used to share as one, the coffee and the sunlight before our story was done. I hope he makes you coffee now, I hope he learns your way, I hope he pays attention to the little things you say. It's strange to love somebody and still want them to be free, to live a life of happiness that doesn't include me. But that's the kind of love I have, the kind that lets you go and hopes that wherever you are now, your heart continues to grow. I heard that you had children now, a boy and then a girl. I hope you tell them stories, hope you show them all the world. I hope that man beside you knows exactly what he's got, because you're the finest woman that this world has ever brought. I hope he's good to you, I hope he treats you right, I hope he holds your hand through every single fight. I hope he sees the beauty that I always used to see. I hope he's good to you, even though you're not with me. Sometimes I drive by your old street just to see the porch light on. I don't stop the car, I just keep driving, keep moving on. But I smile a little softer knowing that you're safe inside, with someone there beside you, someone standing by your side. I never wished you sorrow, never wished you any pain, even on the darkest nights when I was drowning in the rain, of missing you completely, of wishing you were mine. I still hope that you were happy, still hope that you were fine. There's a kind of love that's selfish, wants to keep you all its own, and there's a kind that sets you free to build a proper home. I think I finally learned the difference, learned it much too late, but I'm grateful I still love you in a way that's free of hate. If he ever makes you cry now, if he ever lets you down, I hope somewhere deep inside him he remembers what he's found in you, a treasure rare and gentle, one that shouldn't be ignored. I hope he cherishes you daily like a gift he can't afford. I'll admit some nights are hard to admit. I think of what could be if the timing had been different, if the choices had been free. But regret don't change the present, and I wouldn't want it to, if it means that you're not happy in the life you're living through. So I'll say this one more time now, from a distance, from afar. I hope he's good to you, my darling, wherever you are. I hope your life is filled with laughter, filled with everything that's true. I hope he's good to you, because that's all I want for you. I hope he's good to you, I hope he treats you right, I hope he holds you closer every single night. I hope he sees the beauty that I always used to see. I hope he's good to you, that's my only plea. I hope he's good to you, wherever you may be. I hope he's good to you, that's my only plea. the kitchen, and I swear I hear you humming that same old song you always sang while the morning coffee's coming. I turn around expecting to see you by the stove, but it's just the echo of you in a house you used to know. I hear your laugh out in the hallway when the wind moves through the door. I hear your footsteps on the staircase like you're walking there once more. I know that you're not present, no, you're miles or years away, but the echoes never told my heart that you had gone to stay. The bedroom holds your whispers still, caught up in the walls. I hear you saying goodnight, darling, every time the evening falls. I reach across the empty sheets, forgetting for a beat that the warmth I'm reaching for now left with your retreat. I drive down streets we used to walk and hear you at my side, commenting on the flowers on the changing autumn tide. I turn to answer something and I catch myself too late, just talking to the echo of a love I couldn't keep or say. Coffee shop still has our booth there in the corner by the glass. I hear you ordering your usual every time I pass. The barista doesn't know now that the silence at that seat holds an echo of a laughter that used to make it feel complete. I hear you in the choir sometimes at the church we used to go. Some stranger's voice will catch a note that sounds like yours, you know, and for a moment I am frozen, caught between the then and now, living in the space between the echo and the vow. The park bench holds your presence where we'd sit on Sunday noons. I hear your voice among the pigeons, humming old and gentle tunes. I sit there now in silence, straining hard to hear you still, but the only sound remaining is the wind against the hill. They say that time will fade it, say the echoes learn to still, but 3 years gone and I still hear you echoing against my will. In the rain against the window, in the creaking of the floor, in every single room and corner of the home you don't live for anymore. My mother says it's time now, time to let the echoes rest, time to make new sounds inside there, time to do what's for the best. But how do you erase a voice that's woven through the very walls? How do you unlearn an echo that answers every time it calls? I painted over our old bedroom, thought the color change would help, thought a different shade would silence all the echoes that I felt. But paint don't touch the memory, paint don't reach the deeper sound of a laughter still embedded in the quiet all around. Some nights I sit in silence on purpose in the dark, just to hear you clear and closer, just to hold that fading spark. I know it isn't healthy, no, I should be moving on, but the echoes feel like company when every real thing's gone. A friend told me last Tuesday, maybe echoes mean you love, maybe houses hold the voices of the hearts that rose above the empty and the ordinary. Maybe that's not haunting you, maybe that's just love remaining in the only way it knew. So I'll keep on hearing echoes in the kitchen, in the hall. I won't run from every whisper, won't try to silence it at all, 'cause a house that holds your echo is a house that still knows love and alone, I'd rather live with echoes than forget the sound thereof. Echoes in every room, echoes in the walls, echoes of your laughter, echoes when night falls. I hear you in the silence, though you're miles or years away. Echoes in every room is where your memory stays. Echoes in every room, I still hear you here. Echoes in every room, keeping you near.
You were the sunshine in a long night, the light I didn't know I need. You walked into my darkest winter, and you planted there a seed. I'd been living in the shadows, told myself that's just my way. Then you came in like the morning, turned my darkness into day. Before you, I knew rooms of silence, knew the weight of empty chairs, knew the kind of cold that settles when there's no one left who cares. But you came in with your laughter, like a window flung wide open. Let the warmth come pouring through me, for the first time, truly hoping. Yeah, you were the sunshine in a long night, stretched on for years and years. You didn't ask me to explain it, you just wiped away the tears. You just sat with me in darkness, till the darkness learned to bend, till the shadows that had held me finally started up to end. Hey, I remember our first winter, how you'd hum while making coffee, how the whole house seemed to brighten every time you walked toward me. I had lived so long expecting nothing more than gray and rain. Then you came in with your sunshine, and you taught my heart again. Oh, you were patient with my darkness, never rushed me toward the light, just kept shining soft beside me through the hardest of the nights. Never asked me to be different, never asked me to pretend, just kept loving me the way I was until my healing had a friend. There were mornings I couldn't rise, I couldn't find a single reason. You would open up the curtain, said let's find one every season, and you list them out so simply: coffee, birdsong, gentle rain. You made ordinary sunshine feel like something I could gain. 5 years now you've been my sunshine, through the sickness, through the strain, through my father's final winter, through the losing, through the pain. You never dim no matter what came, never let the darkness win. You just kept on being sunshine, kept on letting the light back in. Then the night came that I dreaded, the phone call in the dark, the doctor's voice so measured, delivering the mark. I sat there in the hallway, waiting, praying, holding on, watching all my sunshine flicker, watching daylight come and gone. They said the surgery went well there, said we caught it just in time, said you'd need some months of healing, but the sunshine, it's still mine. I sat beside your hospital bed there, held your hand through every hour, said you gave me all your sunshine. Now I'll be your healing power. Oh, Learn to sit inside the shadows. Learn that love means being there. Now you're stronger, now you're brighter than you've ever been before. And I finally understand now what real sunshine's really for. It's not the absence of the darkness, it's the choosing to stay bright. It's the shining through the shadows, it's the loving through the night. 20 years now since that morning when you walked into my gray and you turned my whole existence into something bright as day. I still watch you in the kitchen humming songs while making coffee, and I thank God for the sunshine that decided to choose me. Our children ask us sometimes, how'd you know that it was love? I tell them when the darkness lifted like the sun breaks through above. When someone walks into your winter and they never turn away, that's the kind of love worth keeping, that's the kind that makes it day. So if you're sitting in a long night wondering if the sun will rise, know that sunshine comes in people, comes in laughter, comes in eyes that decide to love you fiercely through the darkest of your years. You were the sunshine in my long night, and you turned my darkness clear. You were the sunshine in a long night, the light that found my door. You turned my darkness when it's golden, gave me mornings like before. I didn't need to see tomorrow, I didn't need to see tomorrow. Long as you were shining here, you were the sunshine in a long night. You made the darkness clear. Sunshine in a long night. You found me in the dark. Sunshine in a long night. You lit my every spark. You used to be so close to me, I could reach out and touch your hair. Now you're a distant star up in the sky, in some place I don't understand. I still look up every evening, find the brightest point of light, tell myself that you still shining somewhere far beyond my sight. Used to lay beneath the heavens, count the stars until we'd sleep. You'd point out constellations, secrets only we would keep. Now I lay beneath them only, searching for the one that's you. Wondering if you're looking downward, wondering if you're missing this view. They say a star's light takes a lifetime just to reach us where we stand. That the light we see this evening left its source before we ran. Maybe that's what love becomes now, maybe that's the way it goes. Just a light still reaching toward you from a place nobody knows. I don't know just where you traveled when you left this world of mine. Some folks say the stars are heaven, some just say it's space and time. But I choose to think you're shining somewhere distant, somewhere true. And this ache that never settles is just how I still love you. There's a kind of love that's grounded, love you hold within your arms. There's another kind that's distant, love that lives beyond the stars. I once had the grounded version, had you real and had you near. Now I have the distant version, but it's love just as sincere. I bought a telescope last winter, tried to bring you closer still. Spend my nights out on the hillside, waiting there against my will
for a closer glimpse of something that might look a bit like you. But some distances aren't measured in the ways that telescopes do. My daughter asks me sometimes, Daddy, why you always stare up into the sky at nighttime, like there's someone waiting there. I tell her, baby, that's your mother. She's a distant star tonight. She's still watching, she's still shining. She's just far beyond our sight. Some nights the sky is cloudy and I cannot find your light. I sit there in the darkness, missing you with all my might. But I've learned that clouds don't last there. Learn the stars are always true. Even when I cannot see them, they're still shining, just like you. I used to think that losing someone meant they vanished, meant they're gone. But I've learned that love just changes, learned it simply carries on in a different form and distance, in a light that travels far. You're not gone, you're just transformed now into my own distant star. There's a comfort in the vastness of a sky that holds you now, bigger than the room we shared once, bigger than I could allow myself to fully fathom, until grief had made me learn that the ones we love who leave us, into distant light they turn. I still talk to you at midnight, still recount my ordinary days, tell you about our daughter's wedding, tell you about my changing ways. And I swear sometimes the starlight flickers brighter when I speak, like you're listening from that distance, like you're never far to reach. 30 years now since I lost you, 30 years of looking up, 30 years of finding comfort in a sky that fills my cup with a love that never vanished, just relocated far and wide into a distant star that's watching, always shining by my side. So when my time comes to travel to that distant place myself, I hope I find you waiting past the stars beyond the shelf of this world that couldn't hold us in the way we thought it should. And we'll shine together closer, like we always knew we would. You're a distant star now shining in a sky I can't quite reach, but I feel you in the moonlight, hear you in the silence speak. Love don't end when love grows distant, love just learns a farther art. You're a distant star now shining, but you're still my guiding heart. Distant star, still shining after all. Distant star, I still hear you call.
I don't know where this road is taking you, don't know how far you'll go, but before you disappear from here, there's one thing you should know. Don't forget me when you're distant, don't forget me when it's hard. Keep a little piece of me inside you, like a photograph, like a scar.
I know life will keep on pulling you toward horizons I can't see. New faces and new places that will slowly replace me. But somewhere in the middle of the moving and the new, don't forget the one who loved you, simple, honest, and true. I'm not asking you to stay here, I'm not asking you to wait. I know some paths are meant for walking, even when it's hard, even when it's late. I just need one promise from you before you walk out through that door. Don't forget me in the chapters that come after this one's o'er. There'll be other loves that find you, other hands that you might hold. I won't beg you not to love them, won't ask you to grow old, waiting on a love that's finished, waiting on a closing door. I just ask you keep a corner for the love we had before. Don't forget the way I held you on the nights the world was cold. Don't forget the way we laughed there till we couldn't help but hold on to each other tighter, laughing till we couldn't breathe. Don't forget those simple moments even after you leave. I won't call you every hour, won't demand your every thought. I know that kind of clutching love is never what we sought. I just want a quiet corner in the back rooms of your mind, where you keep the ones who mattered, where you keep the ones who are kind. Maybe years from now you'll hear a song that sounds a bit like ours. Maybe you'll catch a certain scent that pulls you back for hours. I hope in that moment you remember, not the ending, not the pain, but the love that came before it. And you'll smile through it again. I'm not asking for forever, I'm not asking you stay true in the way that lovers promise when they don't know what they'll do. I'm just asking for remembrance, just a flicker, just a trace. Don't forget me in the corners of your heart, of your face. Some folks say you should forget them, say it helps you move ahead, say the past should stay behind you, say to let the old love dead. But I don't believe in burying love that once was kind and true. I just wanna be remembered, simply, softly, and not to you. When you're old and someone asks you, tell me about the ones you loved, I hope my name still finds a mention somewhere in the list thereof. Not the biggest, not the loudest, maybe not the one that stayed, but the one who loved you gently, in a simple, honest way. I'll be moving on here too now, I won't wait here in the dark. I won't build my whole existence round the fading of your spark, but I'll carry you inside me in the quiet and the good. Don't forget me either, darling, the way that I said I would. Maybe we'll cross paths in autumn, older now and worn by time. Maybe we'll just nod in passing, maybe stop to say we're fine. And in that moment I hope something flickers gently in your eyes that says, I never did forget you. Beneath the changes, beneath the sky. So this is not a desperate asking, not a chain I'm trying to bind. This is just a gentle whisper from a heart that's still be kind. Wherever your road takes you, whatever you find or lose, don't forget me when you're distant. That's the only thing I choose. Don't forget
death's door. Don't forget me, that's all I'm asking for. Don't forget me, wherever you may roam. Don't forget me, I'll still call you home.
I made a promise to you once beneath an old oak tree. Said no matter what tomorrow brings, I'll always come back to thee. You laughed and said that's forever talk. Said life's not that simple, love, but some promises get written in a place that's far above. The years moved on and took you somewhere I could never fully know. Some folks say you moved to heaven, some say you just had to go. Live a life that wasn't with me, live a path that wasn't mine, but that promise never wavered, stayed as steady, stayed as fine. I've watched the seasons turn 100 times since that oak tree day. I've watched my hair go gray and thinning, watched my strength start to give way. But the promise made beneath that oak tree never once began to fade. It just settled deeper in me like a debt I chose not paid. Some men move on to other loving, some men learn to let it rest. I'm not judging how they chose it, everybody does their best. But I made a vow that morning with the sun still on the rise, and I'm keeping it entirely till the day that I close my eyes. My children ask me sometimes, Daddy, don't you wanna find someone here to share your evening, someone here to ease your mind? I tell them I already found her once and found her true. A promise made in love that real, doesn't ask for someone new. I know that time moves on regardless, know the world don't stop for grief. I've built a life with purpose in it, found my moments of relief. But underneath the daily living, past the laughter, past the years, there's a promise burning steady, past the doubt and past the fears. I visit that old oak tree yearly on the day that we first met. Bring a flower, say a prayer there, tell you nothing's changed there yet. Tell you about the grandkids growing, tell you about the world's turning ways. Tell you that I'm keeping steady through the nights and through the days. There's a strength in staying faithful to a promise no one sees. There's a kind of love that's sturdy, standing strong against the breeze. Some folks call it foolish, call it holding on too tight. I call it just the deepest kind of loving through the night. 30 years now since that morning, 30 years of staying true, 30 years of keeping promises that I only made to you. And I feel you closer sometimes than the day that you first left, like the promise built a bridge there through the years and through the depth. I don't know what waits beyond here, don't know what the ending holds, but I know I'll keep this promise till my final story's told. Some things aren't about the outcome, some things aren't about the end. They're about the choosing daily to remain a faithful friend. The oak tree's grown so much taller since the day we stood beneath. I've grown taller too in love and grown in ways I can't quite speak. Every year that promise deepens, every year it grows more sure.
like the roots below that oak tree, steady, patient, and secure. When my children lay me somewhere, when my final chapter's penned, I hope they carve upon my headstone, here's a man who kept it to the end. Here's a man who made a promise on a morning long ago, and he kept it fully faithful through the years, through joy and woe. So this is my final answer to the promise that I made beneath that oak tree in the springtime before you had to fade. I'm still here and I'm still keeping every word I swore back then. And across these years I promise I would choose you once again. Promises across the years, promises that never break, promises made beneath the tree, promises I'll never shake. Time can take you somewhere distant, time can turn the pages fast, but my promises across the years are built to always last. Promises across the years, still standing, ever true. Promises across the years, I'm still keeping them for you.
The morning comes up gray now, though the sun is shining bright. Everything looks colorless since you walked out of my sight. I used to see in color, used to see the world in gold. Now I'm just seeing blue skies, and my heart feels just as cold. I walk the same old sidewalk, past the cafe we once knew. Everything's the same there, except I'm walking without you. The waitress asks if I'm alright. I force a little smile, but inside I'm still falling. Inside I'm blue as the Nile. Blue is how I wake up, blue is how I fall asleep. Blue is every color that my broken heart can keep. I never knew a feeling could paint the whole world this way, until you left me standing in the middle of this gray. I'm blue without you, blue in every way, blue in the morning, blue throughout the day. The color of my heartache, the color of my truth. I'm blue without you, ever since I lost you. I see the ocean sometimes and think about your eyes, the way they used to sparkle underneath the summer skies. Now the ocean just reminds me of the tears I can't control. Blue like the water, blue like the hole inside my soul. My friends, they tell me time will fade this color from my chest, but every day that passes I still feel it more, not less. Blue has become my shadow, blue has become my name, ever since you left me standing in this quiet, endless rain. I hear our song playing sometimes on the radio at night, and suddenly the darkness feels a little bit more tight around my heart, around my chest, around this empty room. Blue is all I'm feeling, blue is all I can consume. I'm blue truth, I'm blue without you. Ever since I lost you. I bought a blue umbrella once, before you'd gone away. I never thought that color would define my everyday. Now every time it's raining, now every time it's gray, I think about how fitting blue's the color that I wear. I look up at the night sky, see the stars all shining white, but even they seem tinted with the sadness in their light. Maybe it's just my own eyes, maybe it's just my own view, but everything looks different now, everything looks blue. I remember when you told me that you loved my favorite song, the one about the bluest skies, the one that made you strong. Now I can't listen to it, now it just reminds me true, that the bluest thing I've ever known is missing without you. Some say that blue is common, say it's peaceful, say it's cool, but this blue that I am drowning in don't follow any rule. It's heavy and it's endless and it colors everything. Blue without you beside me, blue is all this heart can sing. Maybe someday the color fades, maybe someday it turns to gray, softer than this deep blue wake that follows me each day. But right now I'm just living in the shade, I can't escape. Blue without you near me, blue in every single way. So here's to every blue morning and every blue good night. Here's to missing you in colors that used to feel so right. Someday maybe I'll find sunshine, someday maybe I'll feel new, but for now I'm only living blue without you. I'm blue without you, blue in every way, blue in the morning, blue throughout the day. The color of my heartache, the color of my truth. I'm blue without you, forever missing you. Blue without you, painted on my heart. Blue without you, since the day